Yo, Revolver here. It's been 2 days since I got Ayato, and today we gonna build and test him out. I still didn't look up his kit in detail, so it's going to be an interesting one. And I already warn you in the beginning, if you need a guide how to play him the optimal way, then you're at the wrong address. I'm still trying to learn a lot. We're just gonna test a lot of different stuff out, and this video is going to be very casual, so I'm just excited to see what he does. And I still don't know if I gonna level him up further than 70. I have to see, but we definitely not gonna level his talents more up than 888. Because most of the times they make it that the new characters need the boss mats of the recent weekly boss that came new to the game. And I'm kinda scared that Cookie Shinobu also needs the mats of Raiden. But I also want to take my time to crown him. So I guess for now 888 is the highest we will probably go. Then I guess let's get into it. I have farmed enough mats that we can level him at least up to talents 999 with level 90. So that's pretty cool. So first we're gonna ascend him, I guess. Okay, first ascension. I mean, not ascension, but now we are going to the ascension. So yeah, let's do this. Let's ascend him to the first level, I guess. I mean, his base attack is right now at that because I put the Ame no Makageuchi on him. Okay, let's level him up to the next stage. Ascension level 2. Yeah. I think for now we're gonna level him up to 70. And after that we're just gonna test him a little bit out. Okay, 69.2. Nice. Mora is slowly going down. For now, the last ascension. Have to like look up his ascension voice lines after this one. Oh, also really important. I'm actually gonna start to save them up now, especially if Cookie Shinobu is coming, and if I can't get her, I have at least the Acquaint Fate as, I guess, an option after 2.7, so... Okay, I guess we level up his talents now. Ayato is actually really interesting because apparently if you use his E, you are not really... Apparently his E has nothing to do with his normal attacks, but they count as normal attacks. I want to test something out. I just want to level up his E and his burst for now, and want to see if there's any difference if I level up the normal attack afterwards, if there is a damage increase or not. Okay, level up the Kyoka. I think for now we can only level it up to 6, I guess, so... Level it up to 5. Level the burst up to 5. Level up the Kyoka to 6 and the Tsuyu to 6. Also we have to put on him artifacts or we probably can't deal much damage. So pretty much 2-piece Shimenawa and 2-piece Heart of Death. And this is about his like ratio. It's actually looking not that bad. Especially if we level him up further, his crit damage is going to increase even more. So maybe we get to like 150, around 150. So I guess then let's try to find some enemies and test him out. I never really played with him except in the trial, so it's gonna be really interesting. Okay, and there are our first test subjects. Let's try out what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna use his E now, and let's see if he does now, like how much damage he does, and afterwards we gonna level up his talent, like his normal attack talent, to see if there is any difference, because it's honestly really interesting to me, so let's see what happens. So one thing that I already have to say, I'm really impressed how quickly the watery illusion explodes. I honestly thought that might gonna be a problem on him. Like, the damage was decent right now. Now let's see what happens if we level up his talent, like his normal attack talent, further, if it's gonna increase his damage. I right away gonna level it up to 6 to see if there is any difference. Okay, let's see what happens if we level it up to 6. Okay, let's try to find some other enemies, I guess. Okay, we have here some new test subjects, so let's see what's gonna happen now. I'm really curious if it's gonna increase the damage or not. Okay, let's pop the watery illusion, and then... Okay, yeah, it actually doesn't. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's cool, because you don't really have to waste your scrolls, your like talent materials and mora and stuff for leveling up his normal attack, so you could just leave it at 1. It's actually interesting. Here I'm testing Ayato just by himself with level 70, trying to get his shield down. He's hitting a lot of different numbers. It's probably because of his stacks, but after using his watery illusion, you should have 4 stacks. I never would have thought that the watery illusion would break that easily, so you can trigger it actually really well. Also, you get with his burst 18% normal attack damage bonus. There's a lot to consider when it comes to his buffs. It reminds me a little bit of Ayaka, with her Hyoka buff and her Senho buff. The Bloom Butter damage does around 2.8k per hit. E attacks doesn't seem that they do much damage, but especially because of his attack speed, he probably will deal much more damage than you think. I did also try him out in the Abyss, and I got some interesting results. Obviously considered the buffs of the Abyss, but even then he performed really great. I put him together with Yunjin, Fischl and Chi-Chi. With Yunjin together as expected, they performed really well, buffing Ayato's slashes from an average of 3.5k to 5.5k. Just estimating from what I'm seeing, don't take it exactly like that, but definitely a great increase, and her talents are still at 666 with level 70. Unexpectedly performing really well with Fischl together. At least I didn't expect it. Together with his burst and also the C2 of Fischl coming in clutch with the AoE increase, and Chi-Chi also getting some freeze in was definitely helpful. Did a lot of mistakes in the rotations, definitely have to work on that more, but with the efforts of them, Ayaka was able to clean the rest up. With that I was able to get 3 stars. That's not where it ends. I actually was never able to get 3 stars on floor 11 chamber 2. But with Ayato acting as a much better main DPS for my first team than Yanfei, I was able to clear it and get to chamber 3, and once again, Team Ayato coming in clutch, and Ayaka finishing it off. And with that, first time ever clearing floor 11 with 9 stars. I wasn't able to defeat floor 12, chamber 1 with Ayato at level 70 with talent 666. And that's when I decided to level him up more, that I can get the full potential out of his crit damage. With that he goes up to 150.6 crit damage, which can be much more useful. Also, Ayato and Ayaka are my only level 90 characters. Here I go on to level up the Kyoka to 8 and the Suyo to 8. I decided to not level up his normal attacks because I want to save up the mats. If let's say Cookie needs them, I don't know, but it could be very possible that the new characters need the mats of Raiden, so... And here we're back with Ayato leveled up to 90 with talent 688. Let's see how much better he performs now. He's definitely hitting now greater numbers. Ayato, burst, and now with the Yunjin buff together, dealing the highest numbers he's getting is like 8k, so you can definitely see an increase in his damage. Now I'm kinda curious how much damage he would do if I put on him a 5-star weapon. Let's try it out with the Mistsplitter to see how much damage he deals now. Now having a crit damage of almost 200 and a hydro damage bonus, the 12% elemental damage bonus of the Mistsplitter. Let's see how he performs now. You can already see higher numbers. Trying to get his shield down without the E of Ayato. Now let's see. Using first the burst of Ayato, then the Yunjin buff, and now Ayato Z. Missing some hits, but as you can see, 10k hits, like almost 11k hits, so... No, it was actually 11k hits, so... It's crazy to see how much the damage got increased just by putting a Mistsplitter on Ayato. And that's why I also decided to use the Mistsplitter in floor 12, because I wasn't able to clear it when Ayato was still at level 70 with talents 666. But now his talents are increased and he also has a Mistsplitter on it, so let's see. Hitting 12k sometimes, so it's actually a great increase. But also don't forget that the Abyss buffs are also into play. It's actually crazy that Chi-Chi's Herald, Frost Herald, actually comes kinda in clutch. I wouldn't have expected that. You're hitting like big AoE damage again. Ayato's slashes are honestly really amazing. They really are. If I wouldn't be such a noob, I would do the rotations definitely much better. I really have to work on that more. But still, even if I didn't do the rotations very well, I could still actually perform very well here, defeating the two samurais, like the bigger ones, and then able to pretty much finish it off. Like with Ayato, obviously no problems at all. Here is Ayato with the Kageuchi. Here are the artifact set that I'm using, and the talents at 688. And this is the crit ratio with energy recharge around 150. Yunjin with the Skyward Spine. Using the Husk of Opulent Dreams set, 4-piece. Also talents at 666. I definitely gonna level up the talents of Yunjin higher. And here is the crit ratio and the energy recharge. I definitely gonna level up my Yunjin, and then I'm really interested to see how much more damage she does. My final thoughts on Ayato for now are: he is amazing. I like the fact that they're making use of the attack speed mechanic. Also love that Ayato benefits really well of Yunjin, which is super cool. I'm impressed how fast you have energy back for his burst, especially if he stays in, gaining a decent amount of energy particles back with his slashes. The AoE, almost 100% uptime, and long duration of the burst makes it super fun. But also the Hydro application with the normal attack damage bonus adding good benefits. I could see Rosie and Ayato performing really well together. But also the sibling duo working really well together. The one thing that I was super impressed about him was his AoE. With his slashes having a wide range against multiple enemies or big enemies, he shines especially well. He doesn't feel broken, but he is more than decent. That's at least how I like my characters. I will make a video on him again after I build him properly. Until then, maybe I looked more into the math side. Even though I had to sacrifice a con for Ayaka, he was worth it for me. And Ayaka is definitely glad to have her brother in the team. That's it. Stay safe, guys. See ya.